What is up, folks? Welcome once again to another session of Act Now Hot Issue What's for Lunch. It is Thursday. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day so far. Hopefully, you guys have been having a good and productive week into this. I know, granted, that a lot of you are actually, you guys took leave on Monday and Tuesday. Yesterday was actually the first day coming back to work. Today is only like the second day. It's only a 3-day working kind of week. But regardless of whatever the situation is, kalau you all pergi berjalan, again, as I reminded you yesterday, hopefully you guys actually took precautions, follow all the rules, all the SOPs, ikut peraturan jalan raya, all those kind of things, and make sure that you guys are in a very, in a very, very proper and healthy environment that you are in. Okay, and don't forget, again, just as a tidbit, make sure you guys do give us a like on this video, do share this video, do comment as well, because we do want to hear from all of you out there, whoever that's watching us and whoever that will be watching us, to just give us some comments. Just give us, should you have any ideas or should you have any comments, any remarks on the topics that we are bringing, like for instance today, we do want to hear from you guys, so make sure you guys drop down a comment down there. One person who always has comments, he always has comments about everything, regardless lah, you punya fashion sense ke, dia punya political state ke, cara dia buat duit ke, tak pakai mask ke, jalan dekat-dekat ke. This guy actually has a lot of things to say. Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin.
Hi, good afternoon. Just to correct, it's not comments. I don't comment. I'm just telling you.
Lagi sakit tau. Lagi sakit bila dengar tau. Not even a comment. I'm trying to butter things up, cantik-cantik cerita. You hentam terus direct je. Ayo, Melvin.
I'm not commenting. I'm just telling you. How you yesterday without me? How's life without me yesterday?
Exactly. Yesterday was a very peaceful day. Yesterday was a very clean day, very tenang day, because I tak kena hentam, I tak kena hold on to in whatever it is that I said.
But clean. It was definitely clean. At the time of the show was raining dogs and cats.
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, like, without you on the show, it was raining quite heavily, and I was quite surprised that the day that Melvin Love wishes to disappear from the show, the langit, the sky falls down. I mean, like, that is scary, Melvin.
We were having a hot spell, so I have to go and do my rain dance. At the time,
I would love to see
you.
You
official time for me to do the rain dance. So that's why we are blessed with rains.
I would love to see you in your rain dance, but I don't think it's actually no, I don't think kids can actually watch it. It needs to be 18SX lah, because I rasa banyak like questioning things that is in your dance. Okay, but all kidding aside, yesterday, I mean, yeah, the fact that you weren't around for Hot Issue or for yesterday's episode, it seems that you had an appointment, you had a meetup with somebody very important actually in for our country, and it has something to do with Act Now as well. Now, is it something that you can actually disclose to us? Ada rahsia ke, tak boleh cerita ke, macam mana?
Oh, there's no rahsia, please.
Ada rahsia. Wow, okay.
No rahsia. Oh, we are open book.
So Melayu just now, tak ada rahsia. Okay.
Ada rahsia, tak ada rasa. Okay. Last week we received an official invitations to meet with none other than Dr. Mahathir.
Wow, you met the man himself, Tun Mahathir.
Yes, we're so honored. the co-founders, all three of us, except for Sadik YB, his holiday in Langkawi. So three of us was yesterday morning. We have this honor to meet Tun himself.
Nice.
I was very shaky. I have done a lot of presentations about Act Now and all these things. He was sitting face to face with me.
Okay.
Right? I told him, I'm so nervous.
So basically, no one else out there can make you nervous except for Tun Mahathir. Tun Mahathir actually made Melvin Lam nervous.
Yes, because he's iconic figure.
Of course.
Persons. Of course, we sometimes so-called think or probably have different thinking about what he does and all this thing. Like it or not, agree or not agree with him, he has done a lot for the country.
Yes.
So I'm someone who have made such contributions. Me myself, I feel very small. I feel that I have to do a lot of things. I feel that Act Now needs to do a lot of things.
Okay.
When I'm facing someone who have done so much. So I'm very honored and humble to have spent almost an hour with him presenting Act Now.
All right.
Our journey, our missions of Act Now, and he, of course, he shared the same philosophy because he is here, and for so many years that he has been here to help the nations, help us to grow, the communities to grow, and all these things. And his mind was so sharp. He said he recalled in year 1981.
Wow. Okay.
1981. So three of us. Nick was the youngest among three of us. He said, I was just a year old then.
Okay. I wasn't even born then. I wasn't even a seed then, but yeah.
Yeah. So CS knows myself and say, yeah, probably we're too small, too young to actually probably he has made a public highlights on this. It's in 1981. He actually made highlights or complaint to the local councils. You see, he told us, you see all the lampposts that we have.
Okay.
The lampposts come with come with cover. So the lampposts around the street is all functioning well, but at night you can't see. We were having some time to figure. Yes, all the lights are all littered, not fused, but it's not serve its purpose. It's still dark.
All right.
I said, Tun, what is it actually? What I said, those days the lamppost, the cover have some so-called it's not sealed tightly. Insects goes in. Actually fill out all the dirt, all the insects. So it's which is true. When he said that, I recall, yes, those days all the cover is blackened, all those things. So it's the whole street it's not littered out as what it's supposed to be. It's still very dim and all these things. So he actually voiced it out, to the councils. He did not mention which council. He said he voiced it out, and they, of course, he said, me, of course, they come and clean because I was a prime minister then. So
the complaint actually goes back to him, lah.
Yeah, he said, yeah, they come and clean up. But then after months later, things come back the same. They stop cleaning up.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever it is. I mean, like, as what Melvin has actually said, I think I share the same kind of sentiment as well. Regardless of however he performed as the prime minister, he was the longest serving prime minister, and he was the only person in the nation's history to actually come up as prime minister twice. You sometimes question his policies, his decision making, but there's no denying the fact that he has done so much for Malaysians, for Mio Adlan, for Melvin Lam, for our parents, for our family, for our friends. And there's no denying the fact that he's definitely our hero. And regardless, whatever it is, his name, he will be remembered forever and ever. I think I'm correct in saying that.
That's right. And then he talked to us as a common person. He says a lot of things, community issues. People think, say, okay, fine, let others make the complaint, let others make the highlights. They themselves do not do it. Yeah, which is true. Some of my friends, and I say, they are mentally such. Yes, I see a pothole. Probably someone else will do the report.
All right.
So that is what he shared. He said, Now, if we have an app that's so fast, a platform is so easy to access, and with all the features, and you're being a reporter, but you are not disclosed. We hope that everyone make an effort, the community take their own responsibility to make our environments, our livelihoods better. You know.
Exactly. So hopefully, I mean, like to end on this introduction of today's episode, we do hope that this will be just a small step for Act Now specifically on how Act Now will be moving forward, being the voice of the community, and with the support that it has from Tun Dr. Mahathir. Hopefully, that this will be just a starting point on how things will be greater moving forward. Melvin, well done
Yes,
on
that's
behalf
right.
of everyone. Well done for Act Now, and well done for that so-called achievement that you have
Yes,
managed to
and
close
I
today.
hope
Okay, all right.
I hope our viewers, our listeners, please
Hmm.
do share to make use of Act Now. It's a free service for the
Yep.
nations. We're not charging everyone. Please, for your betterment of your environment, please use it. Right.
Exactly. Because it's so simple. Using the app is so simple. All you need is just point your camera, tekan, and then just fill out a few words and you are done. It is so simple.
Yeah.
Not like what we're trying to discuss right now, because we
Oh,
want to talk about simplicity. And
simplicity.
somehow or other, something out there that has been so difficult, that has been so hard for us to digest, so hard for us to really understand,
Yeah.
apparently it has, or it will be simplified into something much simpler. What I'm talking about is the simplified SOP for COVID-19 that the government has just announced, that from the 181 COVID-19 standard operating procedure, it will be reduced to not 10, not 20, but one. It will be reduced to one SOP, but with
With,
9 guidelines. Melvin, I tak faham.
I really tak faham. I heard of cats with 9 lives, but this is one SOP with 9 guidelines. But of course, it's all subject to the announcement of the prime ministers or getting his approval. I think they have brought forward for discussions and wait for the prime ministers to approve this. So it's quite amazing. From 181 SOPs to one SOP with 9 guidelines. So we are yet to hear what it's all about, but the senior minister said he will bring up the proposed general SOP and 9 guidelines prepared by the National Security Council for a special committee headed by the Prime Minister himself for approval before it can get announced. So I think it will be soon, because we are soon enter into endemic. It has to they have to tell us, let us prepare, and not just overnight and expect us to follow. But it's quite easy to follow if it's one single SOP.
I
Right?
mean, yeah, if it's a single SOP, if it's literally just a single line, how difficult one can be. Because I think, no, Melvin, again, like this is purely just speculation. And I
Yeah.
am not here to say anything bad about us Malaysians. But maybe the government realized that orang Malaysia ni, we are too clever, we are too intelligent, that sometimes too many words can be confusing, hence why they're dumbing it down to just one single SOP. Don't you think that's likely how has this been handled? Because to make sure that there's no more confusions happening out there.
Yeah, I think the single SOP is actually, if I could put it this way, be smart.
Even that one you have to tell
be
people,
smart,
right?
because it's SOP.
Being smart also need to tell people. Imagine that. Okay.
I mean, I have still seen people try not to wear face masks, or they have wear it on, but they pull it down. Was it this morning or yesterday?
Okay.
Yesterday. Someone told someone I
Basically, it's
was.
a daily occurrence. Like it's happening outside there still.
Oh yes, it was yesterday.
Mm.
It was in the market.
Mm.
So a lady was wearing a mask, but he pulled down, not covering the nose. So the other person said, wearing a mask is not only for your own good, it's for your family good. You have to cover your nose as well, not just your mouth.
Yeah.
I give this guy who actually spoke out. I think he has spoke out correctly. The lady just smiled and cover his noses eventually. I know.
Itulah. I mean, like the thing that I don't understand is that it is there. It is well known. It's not like COVID-19 just hit Malaysia yesterday. It's not like something that the government is telling people to wear masks only yesterday. This has been going on for the longest of time. Seriously, kalau baby yang
Yeah.
lahir before COVID pun sekarang dah nak masuk 2 tahun, okay? We're talking about a
Yeah,
long time here, and
yeah,
people
talking about
are
yes.
just confused and still tak nak dengar cakap. Are people just thick? They just don't really understand the seriousness of the matter.
I think it's a stubbornness. As what we call on Monday, I believe, is like those anti-vaxxer now actually change the attitude because their loved ones actually kena positive. They only start to change. You know,
Correct.
so why only change when someone you love have contacted positive? Those people that you do not know, you do not care. Those is a very selfish act, actually.
Yeah, it is so irritating when you think about it. How the again, I mean, like, you can blame the government all you want, but like it or not, the government is trying to help you. The governing body or the agencies or whoever it is out there, they are just trying to help us in making sure that this thing, COVID-19, doesn't get evolved into something much worse moving down the line. And the only way that this can work is through our own initiative and our own discipline following these SOPs. And the 9, okay, nak balik pada the topic today. When you talk about the simplified SOPs for COVID-19, 9 guideline has mentioned being across different industries. Now, how would that be, you think? I mean, just speculating here, Melvin, what do you think about the 9 guidelines?
If different industry, I don't know, but the basic one, I think, first of all, you have to wear your mask, face mask. The ventilations of the place you work or where you are must be good. You have to check in, check out, etc. Social distancing, even at industries or manufacturing, make sure that your workers are not like packed like sardines, are hygienic. Especially, I think I hope the authorities please do spot checks on those industry that provide accommodation to their staff.
Yeah.
Make sure they have a decent place to stay, hygienic place to stay.
Yeah.
Wash hands as regular as possible. I would also hope that one of those guidelines is that self-testing, probably once a week, that is provided. Our self-testing kits are lower down the price. Otherwise, not many people can afford.
Yeah.
So that is what I thought of. But it's easy. I mean, but enforcement is even 1/10 of the SOP, single SOP, probably enforcement is very difficult.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, the country or the government or the police or whoever it is, Majlis Keselamatan Negara, can put as many SOPs as they want. But if at the end of the day, we the folks, we the Malaysians, we the people, we the rakyat tak nak follow, ataupun terlupa nak follow, ataupun tak kisah nak follow pun, it's gonna come out worse for everyone, not just for you, not just for your neighbor, not just for your mama, your papa, your adik, your kakak, your acik, your whoever angah. Everyone will suffer because of your selfishness, and that needs to stop.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know whether it wrote up the new features. My Secara is supposed to have a new features. They say that you can actually report those not following SOP so that they can take actions.
Alamak, dia dah curi Act Now punya kerja lah.
No lah, we all share lah. I mean, and now have this long time ago, even last year, we really encourage people. We have report people not SOP. They report to us, then we find out who to report to. Some you have to report to PDRM. So what we did, we have the map up of the whole country's PDRM of each area. So everything that happens there, we know which PDRM to send to. Of course, my Secara has their own. This is something also I think is we should take this empowerment on our hands. Being a good citizens, if we see things they're not doing following SOP, we should report. We should not have this attitude of the fear factor. Okay.
Tapi Marvin, sorry, before that.
Okay, I can tell you. I mean, KJ probably would not agree, or probably will argue with me. You report to my Secara, your name, everything will be there.
Yeah.
Right, because they will know who reports.
Right. Yeah.
Through Act Now, you complain to us or report to us, we actually report on your behalf. So it's now they're all making the reports to all the authorities, all the so your name will not be disclosed.
Very subtle, Melvin. Very subtle promotion right there. I tak perasan pun you talk about,
I have to do for
anything.
mankind. I have to need to do this for mankind.
Of course, yes. To end on this topic, we just want to end this topic by saying that the government is also reminding the public not to take anything else for granted. Stay
Yes.
firm and practice TRIS, TRIIS, which means test, report, isolate, inform, and seek. Tak kisahlah you nak pakai My Sejahtera ke, you nak pakai Act Now ke, you can actually do both. Okay, yes, all right.
Yeah.
Jumping to the next topic in hand. This one is actually very close to my heart. This particular topic, because why? Finally, at least with where I am, being in the Klang Valley, being in the state of Selangor, schools will be reopened back again. I just got an SMS, or should I say a WhatsApp, through my, my Parent Teachers Association, stating that my daughter can actually now go back to school later in the first week of November. The date has been finalized apparently, but there's obviously SOPs that come along with it. But that's what we want to discuss about, because having schools being reopened, it opens up a lot of new things back again, because ada yang budak tak ready, ada yang ready dan sebagainya, and sometimes it does bother the children's mental health status, because diorang dah biasa duduk kat rumah. They are used to hugging their parents 24/7. They are used to just sitting in their room, and when they are being exposed back to school, yang mana yang tak pernah, this will be a brand new experience for them. Diorang akan kelang kabut, diorang akan gelabah. Marvin, what do you think about this?
It's true. I mean, having since last year, most of them are studying at home. First of all, I think they'll be very lonely people. If they don't have siblings, they will probably have this grow up to be a self-content persons. So mixing back is good idea. But you say, open to a lot of things, but I hope it doesn't open to a can of worms.
Yeah.
It will take time. I mean, children's probably is easier to adapt, but probably it will take a very short time to come back to normal. I think they are implementing schools like a class will break into 2 sessions. They will attend physical school on alternate week. Yeah, that's how I share with you. Do they have the choice to choose their friends?
Yeah.
On the same week.
Definitely.
Enemies on the same week.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a brand new experience back again, because as far as I understand it personally, in regards to my daughter's own well-being, for her, she'll be able to attend school only 1 week at a time, because like 1 week pergi sekolah, 1 week belajar dekat rumah, so on and so forth. Because the reason why, at an average, for sekolah kebangsaan dan sekolah menengah kebangsaan throughout the nation, they have at an average about 35 to 40 kids a class. Ramai tau. Ramai gila budak dalam kelas. So hence why they have to limit it. They need to cut it in half. And to be fair to everyone, hence why they're implementing this, because the fact that we are used to doing PDPR anyway. So they want to have 1 week where 20 kids first come to class, belajar from Monday to Friday, and then the next week tukar pula. So it's that kind of a thing. But still, PDPR still goes on. People, the kids are still learning. They're still getting their homework. They're still getting Google Meet done with them. And I can't wait for this, because I'm happy for my kid. Like what you said, these kids, they need interaction, especially, all these young adolescents. When you talk about, these preteen people, kalau macam teenagers tu, dia macam dah besar sikit, mungkin dia faham. Tapi budak-budak ni, they want to have that interaction. They want nak ada jumpa kawan-kawan dia, Melvin. That's happy thing.
Yeah, that's true. So I think in no time, in the shortest time, things will back to normal. Especially the childrens are now have the vaccination program. Hope that I don't know when. Was there a target date that children's by when?
11 years and below, they have not come out with a proper guideline and timeline yet for them. But I know for a fact that 12 until 17, they want to try to cow-team everything by March 2022.
Yeah, if they can, please meet the timeline. I guess school is easier, because you can actually go to the school to get them vaccinated. Let's say this week, let's say the whole 2 weeks, all the pupils will be, they have uh, A, segment B, 2 weeks will take care of the whole schools already. But make sure the teachers and the co-workers of the school are fully vaccinated, the adults, and those who are working there. Please.
I want to
now,
share you something, Melvin. In regards of that, yes, you always express a concern about how teachers and sometimes their staff, ground staff, cleaner, whoever it is that's not vaccinated, right? I
yeah,
received a WhatsApp, actually a direct link to the Ministry of Education. There was a link there where I can actually key in my daughter's school and I can check the vaccination status of the school. It actually showed up 100% of the school staff, teachers, including cleaners or whatnot, at least have one dose of vaccination, 100%, at least one. And then yang dah double vaccinated, my daughter's school, we stand at 97%. And that was 3 weeks ago. So I think that was cool. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, I think, of course, that's program will be good. But nevertheless, people are sometimes try to be smart. What is the
You always skeptic lah.
I'm not being
think of good things. Why are you skeptic? Kesian diorang. Diorang ni nak
I'm not being pessimistic because I can't let go a tiny mistake that affect everyone.
Yeah.
Remember that a month ago, the Sungai Puru Hospital?
Yeah.
The main hospital about all the COVID-19.
Yeah, even the park guard pun tak vaccinated.
A security guard there who worked for 2-3 years has not even been vaccinated.
Yeah.
So you tell me it does happen. So make sure. I mean, first of all, I think besides in the program, yes, it's how many percent vaccinated. The school heads should shoulder the full responsible.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And to come back to the topic about the children's mental health, it is also reported that a total of 150 counselors and psychologists that have been involved in monitoring the mental health of students at all public universities. Okay, we're talking about universities right now in the country during the pandemic. And the Ministry of Higher Education view this seriously, obviously, to make sure that people, students specifically who are coping, hopefully they are able to actually be well mentally as well as psychologically as well, sebab takut they cannot handle it. Imagine kalau benda ni boleh happen at college kids, people who are 19, 20 years old. Kalau budak tu 9, 8 tahun, 10 tahun, I rasa macam lagi susah kita nak jaga dorang when it comes to mental health, because it's not easy for them to stress out. It's not easy for them to tell their parents, what's going on. They don't know how to articulate things as easily as a 19-year-old, Melvin.
So if your daughter decide to go into medical field or become like a mom, to become a doctor, psychologist is something that you should think of as because in our country, it's a real shortage of psychologists.
Yeah. I have no problem, whatever it is that she wants to do. She can be a singer for all that matters as long as she's able. But I'm that kiasu parent. But whatever it is, she has to have A's first. She needs to get all A's first. Yeah, I'm that kiasu.
So give me pressure. I have in no time probably receive a letter for our show there and now. My father is pestering me I can do anything I want, but just all A's.
Exactly. She can get all the goodies in the world. All I want in return is just A's. And that's it.
I think it's a pressure, really. I think, it will be a pressure for those kids who knows your daughter who doesn't have A's.
And I'm so happy that I think they're too young to actually watch this show and actually share it with their friends. But when you talk about schools are being reopened again, me as a parent, I still have a lot more years to look into, because again, my daughter is only finishing up primary school next year, and then she has another 5 years of secondary school as well. Not accounting, hopefully, touch wood, my down the line, should I have any more kids, they might they'll be going to school and whatnot. So education is very, very important, and it is very, very important as well for us to give the children as much freedom, of course, taking care of learning, learning with one another, being in that environment. Very important, Melvin.
It is. Give them the freedom to choose between our guidelines, our so-called our wisdom.
One SOP with 9 guidelines. Yep.
I think you give your daughter 10 guidelines. Only follow. No. I only give you very simple one expectation with 10 guidelines.
Itulah dia. You know what? Dia macam like I nak cerita dengan you satu cerita, tapi every cerita ada A, B, C, D, and not even that. A1, A2, A3, and then got B1, B2.
I say Daddy only have one expectation for you is to have to score all A's. Right?
Exactly.
But with time guidelines, what you should do and don't.
I ikut kerajaan, okay. I ikut langkah Majlis Keselamatan Negara. That's no problem. Lovely episode to this show. Really, I mean, like, we have fun, but you know what? Whatever it is, again, we do want to reiterate that yes, children's education is very, very important. Tak kisahlah children ke mak bapak punya education. Education, in a nutshell, is a very important subject. So, granted, we play jokes and we laugh here and there a bit, but we have the best intentions in regards of making sure that people out there do understand the situation that each and every one of us is, that we're going through, specifically when we talk about education, Melvin. Correct?
Yes, that's right.
All right, awesome.
So, okay, it's coming
enough to go. Let's talk again tomorrow. Friday. Friday is coming up. Friday
well,
is
the week passed fast.
Exactly. Lagi-lagi kalau dah jumpa Tun Mahathir yang membuatkan Melvin Lam rasa gelabah. Itu pelik tu sebenarnya.
And no, after seeing him, I feel that we need to do a lot more.
Exactly. You're definitely going to be hearing more.
Yeah, we did it not more. We should not give up so easily.
Exactly.
I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, now it's nothing that we touch will tend to go. We have to fight on. We have to build our visions, convey our visions to fellow communities, so that they understand, they appreciate, and make life better for everyone. So it's tough. It's tough.
But someone has to do it. And if it's not us who's doing it, then who else is going to do it, Melvin? Exactly.
Yes, I always believe that these old songs, No Mountain is High Enough.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Yes, the Supremes.
Okay, dah. Nanti hujan lagi lebat. Thank you, Melvin. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
I see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Back again, Melvin and Mio, once again for the Act Now Hot Issue edition for today, Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. But don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow. Banyak lagi benda yang kita nak discuss. A lot more things that we want to talk about. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. Jordan here signing out. Goodbye.